Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male. Intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion. Stephen Michael is here, helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
Hey man, we are back. Chris James, Stephen Michael, Animated Mel.
Hey,
we're back again for another episode of the Application of Knowledge podcast.
guess who's back?
You know what I mean?
Back
We back
again.
like cook crack. You know what I mean?
Shady's
And
back.
now,
Tell a friend.
how has the week been for you gentlemen, starting with Chris James? How has your week been?
Good.
Good week?
Yep.
Stephen Michael, how has your week been?
It's been good, man. I got a lot accomplished and a little tired.
Tired?
I mean, just in general, like not sleepy, like not right now. Just you know what I mean?
Worn down.
Yeah, a little worn down, man.
So life's been
It's been a very busy couple weeks.
been a busy couple weeks.
Yeah, man. But everything's good though.
I feel you. I'm
How's
glad.
your week been, Mel?
My week has been beautiful. I've been,
Yeah, what you been up to lately, man?
Yeah, what you been up to lately?
man.
Seem like you've been doing some things.
I've been doing a few things.
Tell us about it.
I mean, I've been doing a few things. You know what I mean? Centering my chakra,
Oh, okay.
centering my energy.
Got the Makuma beads on.
You got your root?
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, those are hot. Akuma. Do they got the Akuma beads though? You mean oh,
Symbols.
yeah. Well,
Nah.
just they're black and like red. Are they black?
I mean, they look very similar.
The
his-
sizing.
yeah.
Nah,
I think his are
his
bigger.
are like-
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
he's
his
got
are
the
huge.
yeah.
It's like the size of Dragon Balls around.
Right, he got 12 Dragon Balls on his neck.
We just lost half our audience there. Like, what are they talking about? Street Fighter, Akuma.
You think so?
Actually, no, because I've actually done some looked at the analytics, and 80% is guys.
Okay. Hey, we rock
Really?
with y'all fellas.
So okay.
80% the guys. You know what I mean? But you know, let's talk about something that's a little bit more pressing in the world. Something that's a little bit more important, especially to someone like Steven. Or actually, it may not be important, but
Okay.
we're going to highlight it because today is Father's Day.
Okay.
And it's also Juneteenth.
Okay.
Is it?
It's
Wait, so they took Father's Day and they put Juneteenth on
No,
top, or did
no,
they
no.
put?
it just
landed that way.
happened that way.
Oh, it's different every year.
Father's Day is the third Sunday of every month. And third Sunday of every year.
Yo, they confuse me with
I
these
know.
fathers. It's very confusing.
Yeah.
It's Father's Day, so you know what I mean, celebrate the fathers out there. Granted, I'm sure based on how we feel about a lot of the holidays, if you follow our channel, you already know how we feel
This
about.
goes out to all my baby daddies.
I mean, to be honest with you, you know, it's like, hey, you know, great, happy Father's Day.
Let's get you a lawnmower.
I mean, you know,
Ooh,
get me
that's actually a nice
lawnmower,
gift.
Get me a
let's get you some tools.
some tools, a tie, get some socks.
Wait,
I
wait,
mean,
wait! Y'all are wilding. Lawnmowers and tools are amazing gifts.
Okay,
so I don't know.
But okay, but are those the typical gifts that men will receive for Father's Day?
you should get a gift based upon you.
Yeah, it
Like,
shouldn't just be like this section
Yeah.
of men. This is what you're supposed to
Right.
do. It should be like something that you
Like
actually like.
why would you not get a man a let's say a facial kit? You know what I mean? Like from a high end business that has really good skincare products. You know what I mean? Like, why would you not assume that he would want that? You know, like, or that could be your way of saying, hey, listen, I got you something. You know, maybe you do a little. You know, everybody should take care of themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then having facials done or taking care of yourself in that manner is not a feminine thing, or maybe it is a feminine energetic thing, but men need to take care of themselves also.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think giving a man a fishing rod for Father's Day and he's never been fishing.
Bruh, don't give me a fishing rod.
No, that doesn't
That's
make
not
sense.
a comparable gift.
No.
Especially if you've never been fishing.
If you fish or if you go fishing, then yes, that's a great gift. But I really dislike the standard stereotypical gifts. Like, my kids aren't at the age where they're giving gifts yet.
Yeah.
But a tie, a pair of socks, right? A lawnmower, tools, and yes, Chris is electrician by trade. He's got a ton of tools. Tools are a great gift. I mean, if you are going to use them.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me, that would not be nothing that we mentioned is anything that you're going to give me. Like, I'll take a tie, but I mean, for real, like.
You want a lens?
Thank you. Get me a lens. I'm looking at a new softbox right now. Like, give me something that I can use. That I'm gonna actually use. You know what I mean? Don't take me out to dinner. Honestly. And at the end of the day, you know that we don't really do holidays like that for real anyway.
Yeah.
So, I don't expect anything. But if I did get something, or if you were gonna get me something. If anyone out there wants to get me something, then, ask me. I'll send you the Amazon wish list or something.
I'm about to say that Amazon or gift cards, like,
yeah,
it's
you can
fine.
you can never go wrong.
Why do people? I don't know. I'm not a gift person, so this is not for me to even.
People don't give me gifts
because I just think that it's like y'all overthink it. Like women, especially in my life previously, who have been gift givers, they always make me out to be some type of monster when it comes to like giving gifts. Like you're so hard to give gifts and blah 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 blah, and everything you want you already have and da 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 da. And I'm like, you mad? Like,
but that's not true. I've gotten you gifts before.
It's not true. It's an excuse. It's an excuse for not knowing me well enough.
Correct.
Right? Or maybe not wanting to get me what I would want. Because at the same time that the girl I was dating was telling me that I'm just the most difficult person to get a gift for, John got me something that I absolutely loved. Right? So, and also, side note, that relationship, clearly I wasn't being paid attention to. You know what I mean? Just in general.
I off the top of my head, there's like 5 things I'm like, oh, I can get you this, I can get you this, I can get you this. And these things aren't particularly expensive.
Yeah.
It's really, I think that you hit the nail on the head. It is paying attention to me as an individual and what I want. So, you talk about, oh, you're just hard to get gifts for because you have everything. And it's just like, I think it was 2 years ago, I got you like popcorn for your birthday and those and a balloon. Yeah, it wasn't last year.
You're right.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago, and I walked in, and
2
you were
years
just
ago. Like, were you here?
yeah. It was the first year I was here, and I got him popcorn and a balloon, and he was like, "Oh, thanks, man. Like, this is nice. 'Cause Chris likes popcorn. Like, it's one of his, it's like one of the little things. Like, yeah, could he go buy himself some more? Oh, and I got you the gift certificate to the vegan spot, the mushroom pizza,
Mellow mushroom.
Yeah, mellow mushroom. Like, it's just little things like that. They don't have to be expensive, but you get somebody something that they know they can use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like, we don't really do holidays like that for around here. And
So when you all were younger, and did your father celebrate Father's Day, or did y'all do anything for y'all father for Father's Day?
Yes.
What would y'all typically do?
I don't think there was a typical thing. I made cards and stuff, you know what I mean? It was more just like, a child being creative.
But even when we got older, like, I remember one year, I think we all put money together to get him a new laptop. Like, he wanted like a new Mac. Like, when, and then I think we all put money in.
Got like a banner, like a.
No, like
was that his
a
birthday?
laptop.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. And then we might have done that. We did that as well. It was first
I don't
birthday.
remember if it was birthday or not,
We
yeah.
all sent money to just get a banner for. You know what I mean? And that's recent, but we've done stuff. But in general, I think just the way that we grew up, because there were so many of us, there wasn't a lot of money to go around. We just weren't in the holidays. So even now, it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
I feel like our mom would have made him like dinner, but I can't specifically remember.
I can't
that.
either. Nothing in particular that sticks out like it was a big deal.
So aside from Father's Day, when you all were growing up, was there like a holiday or maybe a special occasion that your all family celebrated that was or can be considered a big deal?
Sure. Sundays after church.
Sundays after church.
Yeah, man. That's why we all were overweight.
Oh yeah, what y'all
Yeah,
do?
man. Every Sunday, man. Yep, going Golden Corral,
Corral.
King Buffet, the Chinese restaurant, KFC. I mean,
Ponderosa, yeah.
Ponderosa. I mean, not a lot because it was, but we would go to church. And then we'd go to second service.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we'd be like, well, we're going to eat a little bit. And then we're going to eat a second service. It's just, man, I mean, bruh, don't get me started. But yeah, that was it. But we didn't really, but other than that, I mean.
Bro, that stuff, man.
Very detrimental.
When you think about it, let's go to an all-you-can-eat buffet.
And the whole mindset behind it is eat as much as you can for this.
Get your money's worth.
Get your money's worth.
Yeah.
So I specifically remember going in there, you plan. Like if y'all ain't never really been to buffets, if you didn't grow up in that environment, you might be like, this is weird. But you go in with a game plan. Okay, first I'm gonna hit this table. I'm gonna get 2 plates because you don't want to. You want to maximize all your movement.
Yeah.
All you can eat buffets.
I can't even remember the last time I was at a buffet.
Last time I was at a buffet was on a cruise when we've been on a cruise.
All right, that makes sense.
The cruise. Yeah.
Yeah, but buffet. I mean,
I'm talking about I'm talking about like you're at home and we're gonna go out to eat. Let's go to a buffet.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Nah.
I was probably in Cincinnati.
I was in Cincinnati for sure when I went to go visit my mom and my brother again, and we went to some kind of buffet.
I think the last time was like a birthday or something in Delaware. I mean, and this was probably 6 years ago.
No, I've been to a buffet since then. I've been to a Chinese buffet. When I used to do electrical work, I was with a small crew, and we went to lunch, and we went to Chinese buffet.
Oh, and actually, as he mentions that,
this is before your health journey, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to a buffet. It's a vegan buffet.
Ooh.
It's at this Thai restaurant up the street. They have a vegan buffet. They used to do it twice a month, but now they do it like once a month. It's like either the first Sunday of each month or the last Sunday of each month. One of those.
That actually sounds. See, here's the thing. Like that actually sounds interesting because I don't think. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm looking at it from a mindset of now. I would not go with the mindset of just eat. It's really about just tasting.
Having options.
Yeah.
More options.
Because a lot of vegan food like out can be very expensive.
Yeah.
So having the ability to taste a lot of different things is really interesting. But that wasn't the mindset that we had when we were going to Golden Corral.
We didn't even look at food the way we look at it now.
No, it was just I need the mac and cheese. I need the meat. Right, and then you go up and they added the slicing right in front of you, and then the rolls, but you only got the rolls last because you don't want to fill yourself up with bread. So,
man,
then we stole cookies. We would always put
y'all
cookies
stealing cookies,
and
y'all stealing bread at home.
Man, listen,
y'all stealing cookies. How y'all go steal something that's all you can eat,
bruh? You weren't supposed to take it with you.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's we would have gummy bears.
Yeah.
What you do is you put them in a napkin and you stuff them in your. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
your
trust
jacket.
me, I know the game.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah,
okay.
Oh, you try to play it.
Right, you try to play it. Yeah.
Well, because you said you were taking bread
back in the day, man.
when y'all were at home,
Yeah.
sneaking bread. So that's the only reason why I was like, y'all sneaking bread, y'all sneaking cookies. And
Man,
gummies.
listen, man. Life is crazy, man. Like, you look at if anybody really takes a really genuine look at their childhood and why they did certain things, and you look at what you do now and some of your habits and some of your vices, then you can find a lot of those answers in your childhood.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You can see a lot of things that you do because of there was lack thereof years ago in food, so now you overdo it. Or even in your relationships emotionally, you can see why you specifically need a man or woman to do this type of thing, right? Maybe you need someone to cuddle with you at night every night because you didn't have a lot of love at home.
Yeah, similar to something as like you learn once you have a rear view when you look back at it. Remember? Oh, well, yesterday we were talking about like my past relationship when I was like my first
that first flame,
my first flame
In New York?
No.
That.
This was back in Cincinnati, and the reason why everything didn't go the way I wanted it to is because I was a horrible boyfriend.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Being possessive. You can't wear that.
You was one of them.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I went hard.
Yeah.
Thinking back about it, I'm just like, bro, like I went hard. Like, who you texted? Who is this? What's his name?
Going through her phone.
Like, who is this? Huh? And I was salty because she like eventually played me for a white boy. Salty. I'm just like, bro. And the thing is, like, we grew up in the hood.
Yeah.
So you have to have that mentality, like, nigga, she left me for a white boy?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? So I was super salty about it. And we ended up arguing, getting to all these disagreements. And then, obviously, we didn't end up together. But, yeah, man, I can looking back at it now, I'm just like, bro, I was like, you can't wear shorts. Because she had a nice little figure.
Yeah.
And I'm just like... You ain't wearing shorts.
A teenage girl. He told a teenage girl.
Hey, you ain't wearing. The thing is, she was older than me too.
Let me ask you. So when you obviously now, right? You can hindsight's 20/20. You can see this.
Oh yeah, horrible.
Do you know why you felt like you were doing that? Like, was there? Did you see that from other men around? Do you think that you saw just stuff in the hood? Like, did you see stuff on TV? Why is it that you felt the need to be possessive in that way?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know why there. Like, even when I think back, like when it comes to just like women in general, like that I care about, I would become just protective, in a sense. Like.
Okay, so I think you said something interesting. So it wasn't necessarily possessive. You used the word protective, which could, in the right way, it's good. But then there's obviously overprotection. Do you think that
Toxic
you felt
protection.
the need to protect women around you because you were like the man of the house?
what we do? Is it Dr. Phil?
I'm just asking you a question. I'm asking you a question.
No. I mean, I was a boy.
I
was a boy.
Well, once again, I
I am a
not
boy.
At
Children-
17, 18 years old.
Oh, that was different though.
Right. So, I mean, a lot of times young men, even boys, feel like they are, the man of the house if you are the man in the house. Sometimes we feel like we need to protect our mothers. Like, do you think that maybe that played a role?
Possibly. I mean, I won't necessarily rule it out because there's been some shit that but yeah, it's possible. It's
Interesting.
It's definitely quite a possibility. It's quite a possibility, especially growing up. You know what I mean?
Right, growing up in the hood, there was stuff happening. So you had to be protective in the home, even if no one not necessarily broke in your house, but you...
Nah, we got our house broken in.
Well, there you go.
Lost the PlayStation, the Nintendo.
They took all our shit.
Dang. Sorry.
That's how they were back then, bro.
Yeah.
People were
taking
so
electronics.
first of all, when you got robbed, it was always somebody you knew.
Yeah.
It was always somebody you knew. And they would be, bro, man, Steve, I don't know how much of this you really saw. People would literally, I was gullible. Yeah. I did not know.
I'm very gullible.
And I'm like letting people come over. I think they want to be my friend. Next thing I know, Dragon Ball Z is missing. Like, and they so slick with it.
That's the worst when you let someone in your spot and then they're aiming to steal from you.
Like that was the goal from
somebody
out the
stole
gate.
something from us. Like,
we've
games.
had multiple things.
Yeah, I mean, my childhood, man, I forgot a lot of that stuff, man.
Bro.
I've gotten a lot of it back, but, there's a lot.
They taught me so much. I do. I appreciate
some lessons. He got taught some lessons.
Life lessons. I appreciate it. It's reason why I don't call everybody my friend. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the reason why, like if you wanna be on a certain level with me, like, and maybe this is bad, I don't know. You got to go through something with me. I gotta see who are you when times are not like we're skating on ice. When things are rough, who are you? Mm-hmm. Especially to me. Nick Cannon just talked about this. Because when that whole thing with Viacom,
he was on. You see him on Joe Budden podcast?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know I rock with Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it is, I think we might even talk about Nick Cannon on the last podcast we had, or just in general. I've been rocking with Nick Cannon for
He's
a
such
long
an
time.
Amazing human. Nick Cannon is an amazing human being, man.
Yeah.
People that don't know him or don't like listen to him or know what he's doing, all they think is, oh man, he's the kid from Nickelodeon. Like he's a Nickelodeon kid.
Nah, I think he's
I think
evolved
he's the
past
wilding out.
that.
I think the people probably look at him as
I'm talking about people who don't know him.
Yeah,
people
right.
that just know Nick Cannon. They're like, Nick Cannon, what do you mean? Like, I know him,
And that's the crazy thing. I never knew Nick Cannon on Nickelodeon.
Same here. I never knew. Like, I saw him after I knew, like, oh, that's Nick Cannon, but I was mainly introduced to him with what's that?
Drumline?
Gigolo. and-
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Drumline came out.
Well, Drumline as well, but I mean, I'm more into music than anything.
But see, John used to watch Drumline
Yeah.
he used to drum.
That was-
every day.
Yeah, because he was a drummer. He was in the band.
Every day.
Yeah.
I don't know, was that 2 hours? I don't know how long the movie is, but he watched it every day.
Yeah.
But that was like my introduction into canon. And then because I didn't have that Nickelodeon those goggles on, I saw him for what he was off rip. And I'm like, yo, this dude is multi-talented.
Oh, he can do a lot.
And even, people be like, you whack rapper, but he ghost writes.
Right.
So
He may not be able to rap, but he understands. Nick Cannon is extremely talented, and you don't have to be the best at everything. But if you can, number one, he can market himself. He can promote himself. He can be a chameleon when he needs to, but he's also extremely true to who he is, and as well.
Yes.
So yeah, he can do music, and he can also he can ad lib. He can be on TV. Like he can do movies.
He can
do
delegate. And that piece you said, bro, he's so genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I like about him. He literally reminds me of one of my friends, like Mel. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like I know Nick Cannon, if he was in our circle, like,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
we would all get along.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'll be working on stuff. I'll be like, man, I need to meet Nick Cannon. I need to meet Nick Cannon, man, because he'll probably put me in the right direction, man, because he be always helping people, man.
Nick Cannon and John Sally. I like both.
I like
of
John
them.
Sally as well. I haven't listened too much of him outside of, like, sometimes I see him post on IG or if he's on Vlad, but other than that.
You still watch Vlad?
Yeah. Every now and then.
When we talked about this months ago, and Chris, you were like, "Nah, we're done with Vlad." Mel said, "Why?" Well, it was the one interview, and Mel was like, "I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I mean, I still watch Vlad."
I mean, I think Vlad, his content, he has people on there that I like Gilbert Arenas, I like him. Even that John Sally, I like him.
John Sally be up there?
Yeah, he's on there.
Yeah.
He's on there.
It's tough. It's tough. I think sometimes, I like to put my money where my mouth is. So when we talk about unity of our community, we all know the community is in tatters. But
that can only be selective, though. Like, yes, as far as, like, standing on a principle, but it would be, I guess, kind of contradictory when we use a lot of materials and things that, that are created by people who are oppressed in a sense, versus having their name slandered, So, like, 'cause look at all the devices that we have. People make these big old deals of resourcing out to China to getting stuff done, for getting stuff done because of child labor, but then we want to protest or not watch a video because they say something we don't agree on. So it's just like
it wasn't about that, Mel. It wasn't about the fact that he said something that we didn't agree on. It was more or less like
him not being able to admit it.
There's a lack of respect for the community that you eat off of. And it's just like, bro, like he openly doesn't care. He knows how disjointed our community is because he interviews people every single day. So he knows how disjointed it is. He's like, it won't matter. So, and it wasn't like, let's boycott him forever. It was like, let's hurt his bottom line. You know what I mean? To show him that we can unify under something. Like I would like to just show that we can unify under something.
I would love to unify under something, but not something that I'm watching.
Not something where it's going to affect me.
That's how a lot
and
of
this
people
is,
feel, though.
but this is the problem.
I mean,
right?
I understand that.
There has to
but
be some form of practice of abnegation.
I mean, I can also understand his point of view.
Abnegation.
Like, if you feel a particular way about someone, and you're not, you can probably, and you don't see that you were wrong based on someone's, I guess, history of being slanderous towards a particular community. It's because we're talking about DJ Vlad, who said something about Farrakhan or the Nation of Islam.
Farrakhan.
He said something that wasn't true, and so I guess Godfrey and even what's his name, Lord Jamar, they had this little union of pact. Like, he didn't forgive. He didn't like what he's saying that Farrakhan said, he literally did not say, you know, and then they called him out on it, and he wouldn't acknowledge that he was wrong, you know, and so they decided not to mess with him anymore. And I definitely agree with that. You know, that's
so if we were the Pride community, if we were the Asian community, if we literally any other community,
they would cancel him.
It's not even cancel, right? To the point where, okay, you're done, you ain't eating no more. But we would stand together to get a particular outcome, whatever that was, whether it was an apology or whatever. You need to donate some money, whatever the case might be, and we would get that outcome, and then everything could go business as usual.
You know, interesting enough that you mentioned the Pride community. There was a Burger King. There was an article I just read, and Burger King did, and this was in Australia.
Is that tops and bottoms?
You saw that?
Austria.
Did I say that to you?
No, I heard about it
Okay,
on another
but
podcast.
yeah, Burger King did something for Pride Month, and I don't think they were being malicious, but they allowed you to choose either from their buns for their Big Mac or their Whopper. You would either pick 2 tops or 2 bottoms on the bun, so you can get 2. You know, because some people like, you know what I mean, they have a preference.
The bottom bun.
Like wings, you know what I mean. Some people like all flats or all drums, you know. But Burger King was
Flats?
Flats.
What's flats?
That's wings.
The wing. It's a flat.
You got the wings
Just-
and the drumstick.
Oh, okay.
They call them flats.
I didn't know it was called flats.
No, that's not a Cincinnati thing. They call them that out here, I think.
Oh, no, that's a.
You call them that too from Delaware?
That's they're wings.
Right, they're not flats. We never
that's
called
a-
them flats.
No,
we
that's
called
not
them
here.
wings
That's,
and
They
drums.
used to say that in Pennsylvania.
What, flats?
Flats.
That
We
must
don't-
be an East
Flats
Coast
or
thing.
drumsticks.
That's probably
I think they call them flats here too.
They don't call them wings.
No, they call them flats.
I've never heard of flats.
Really.
I've never heard
Well, you
of
don't.
flats.
You haven't really been eating.
Yeah, you don't eat wings. But even if you don't, like,
I've never
you've
heard of flats.
You've never been out.
It's probably like you know how the Midwest says pop, and most people say soda.
Yeah, but you've never been out like on a date or something. You ever been on a date and a girl ordered chicken wings?
Yeah, she said, "Let me get some chicken. Let me get
Okay,
these
she never
boneless."
just tried. She never said, "Can I get all flats?" Or
I've
all
never,
drums?
I've never, ever in the history of my life
ever heard that term.
I've heard the term, but not in regards to chicken or any kind of thing to
Really?
do with food.
Interesting.
Flats is a place, a vicinity that people live. Here's
New
my
York,
flat.
okay. Yeah.
Flat is something that happens when something that's puffed up is deflated. Oh, my tire's flat. But hey, let me get some of these flats. I've never heard that.
Wasn't there?
Or the shape of the earth.
shape of Earth? Wasn't there a SpongeBob Bob character called Flats? Because there was this dude we used to work with.
Doodle? SpongeBob?
SpongeBob. Wasn't there a Flats?
Flats?
I don't know, but me and my boy Shamar, it was a dude we used to work with. He was an ex-police officer. Absolute, just he was just not. He wasn't a forthcoming person. We didn't like him. So anyway, we found a character that reminded us of him, so we would call him Flats. But I thought it was from SpongeBob.
I don't know about that.
No, I don't know
No?
about
I don't know
SpongeBob.
about
Steve,
SpongeBob.
you watch SpongeBob, don't you? Or you used to?
I watched
SpongeBob is a good
SpongeBob.
cartoon. It's a funny cartoon.
I'm just
I mean, I haven't. No, that doesn't remind me.
all right.
But
maybe we
anyway,
could-
it was just funny because they banded together, right, and basically put pressure on Burger King, and they of course stopped doing.
They stopped the top bottom stuff?
Yes.
They
Bro,
They-
this
and
is-
then and they got an apology from Burger King.
This is too much. So
They
bro,
weren't
this
trying
is
to be malicious. They were literally just saying, "Hey, listen, everyone's equal. Some people, maybe you don't like the bottom bun.
Yeah.
There are people that are like that.
Yeah, I used to work at White Castles. People used to come in and be like, I want 2 bottom buns.
There you go.
Instead.
Like the top piece is fluffier.
it's a
got little
difference.
more- yeah,
It's
there's
a
a
difference.
difference. So they were really like, well, listen, we're not going to discriminate against the tops and the bottoms. We're going to give you guys an option. And
I mean, I could see how they were poking the bear.
I can see that too.
That is
but
hilarious.
I think it's hilarious.
That is
I
hilarious.
think a lot of people. I read a lot of the comments. A lot of people thought that they were just like. I mean, they tried.
So, if you all were to eat fast food and you all wanted a burger, what would you get? You would be a top or would you be a bottom?
Do I have to answer this question? I mean, I think
It's a hypothetical.
if I had to pick either the top bun or the bottom.
If you were to go in and be like, yo, let me get a roast beef sandwich or whatever, Whopper King, whatever they sell.
Whopper King.
Let me get a big Whopper. What that is? Let me get a
Big Whopper.
let
I
me.
think it's just a Whopper.
They have
Maybe a
Whoppers
double
and they have
Whopper?
Junior Whoppers.
They got double Whoppers.
Oh, what is a Whopper?
And they have double
We need
Whoppers.
Corey because Corey would know.
Yeah. So what would you get? Would you get the regular? Would you get just a regular sandwich, or would you if they we have the option
I would
like
probably,
Steven? What if they be like, you know what, you look like a bottom bun
Oh,
guy,
wow.
and be like, you know what, hey, he want the bottom buns before you even say what you want. Would you protest that, or you be like, you know what, I am a bottom bun?
I mean,
type of
there's
thing?
so much behind this because there is a thing in this community where you're a top or a bottom.
I'm aware.
Of
Okay.
course, that's why this is.
Right. This is why this whole thing is controversial.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess I would say that I would. Can I get regular?
Hey, you can get what you want, man. Hey, how you like to be served?
Oh my
I mean, Burger King is all about having it your way.
Yeah, that's why they did it.
That's not
So-
their slogan
so-
anymore, though.
it's not.
Nah.
It doesn't matter. That's their thing.
Yeah.
You can't erase
if I
that.
had my choice, I'm gonna get regular because I don't see the need. But if I had to pick, I would probably take tops because they're because the buns are fluffier. There's more to them, so I'm thinking I'm gonna get more for my money, right? Like that's the conditioning. And I that's what I would pick.
So yeah, you're just like the top better. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with a
ain't,
top.
ain't nothing wrong with a little top or a lot. You feel me?
You know, top or not, I'd rather take the top.
What would you? How about you, Christopher?
Why
Normal.
you gotta say his whole name?
Normal.
I would get normal. And if I had to choose, I'd probably choose tops. I probably have actually done that because I used to work at McDonald's.
Probably just
And I
put 'em on
probably
there.
put two tops together.
Can you
before.
imagine Chris tall ass working at McDonald's,
I remember he used to
bending down through the
He used to
drive-thru?
get off, man, he'd have bags. I mean, he'd come home with a whole bag of M&Ms, like in a McDonald's
from
bag
the
from the Flurries.
McFlurry?
Yeah, he'd come home with an entire bag of M&Ms, and we're like, Chris, you are a god. Like, he just would take them. I mean, cheeseburgers, fries. I mean, he'd have we used to destroy McDonald's.
Apple pies.
Oh my God, apple
man.
pies.
Those apple pies were
He'd be like,
good.
man, they throw
Those
them
were
away,
lit.
You know, we just throw them away.
Those
Why
were
don't you
lit.
take 'em?
Hey, those apple pies from McDonald's were good.
They were lit. I
Shit,
ain't
thinking
gonna
about it
lie.
right now, I might,
Hey, that's-
might
That's
sneak,
vegan. Vegan version
might,
of this?
might sneak through the drive-thru and be like,
wow.
have some sunglasses
get a-
on, like,
you
ain't you
get
from
a-
healthy alternative?
Aren't you from health? You get an apple pie and a vanilla shake.
Ooh. You know, the funny thing is, my kids, I've taken them a couple places, and they're like, "What we going to McDonald's?" I said, "The one place we are never going
Yeah, they're
is
evil.
McDonald's." Like,
And it's just a thing because it's like they're all bad, but McDonald's is
I
like
know,
the
but
Satan. It's like the worst.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, y'all have enough.
I give you some options. I give them a couple options, but the one place we will never go is McDonald's.
You know a good option? I mean, a better option?
A better option.
Jason's Deli.
Yeah.
What's Jason's Deli?
It's just
You
like
never heard of Jason's Deli?
No, I mean, there's.
I think they're probably significant to Texas or Dallas or
but you've been
DFW.
living here for a while. I figured you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should try Jason's Deli. Jason's Deli is they do soup, salad. They'll do sandwiches, but they'll do like croissant bread and
Croissant?
they have vegan and vegetarian options.
I mean,
you
I'm
know.
going gluten free, man. Well, I'm working on it, but yeah, that's one thing I'm focused on, man.
You going gluten free?
Yeah, man. I just got it. I found out they got a gluten sensitivity, right, from all the years
the
of
soy boy.
eating trash. Actually, honestly, I was telling Mel that I don't think that I was like this before. I'm not really sure, but when I came home 2 years ago, things were different for me. And I think that was from eating a particular way over that span of time.
Especially after you've done all that work to your body.
Doing all that healthy work and then now having to eat literally garbage for a year, I think that it caused me to, it created issues. Because I'm like, there's no reason, I didn't have these issues. So, getting yourself in a very healthy state and then now eating garbage, you can cause obviously more issues.
Oh yeah.
And it's so funny because we have people in our group that will, say, oh, well, I lost 40 pounds and then, 6 months later I found myself 50, 60 pounds heavier. You know, well, they will lose weight and then they'll gain it all back and then 10, 20 more. And a lot of it is because, number one, now you know that you gained it back. So now you're eating the shame of gaining that weight. But then also, when you do better for your body and then you start eating the same again or worse, then your body doesn't have the same defense mechanism that it had previously.
Tolerance.
Tolerance, right? So if I started drinking all of a sudden, I would really hurt myself. Not at first, but if I started drinking heavily, I'd probably really hurt myself because I don't have the same tolerance. I don't have the same defenses to alcohol. I would literally, it's been 3 years since I drank. So it'll literally be like me never drinking again. My liver would be very upset with me.
Do you ever get the urge to drink or the desire at all?
Not at all.
That's good. I don't either.
I mean, I think that every once in a while, like, I might just like, I don't even call them urges or desires. Like, I literally
More like a thought.
Yeah, it's more of a thought. If I'm out anywhere, like, I'll literally just get a Topo Chico with lime and I'm good. Like, it's just that the bubbly, but at this point, it's not even
Topo Chico.
I literally can have fun. Like, and I haven't been to clubs, I haven't been to bars, like, I don't.
And that's really the key, right? Like removing yourself from the environment. Because I know you started doing like some house partying and stuff later on in life, but for the most part, we're about to go out. Let's pregame. You know what I'm saying? So when you remove yourself from that environment, you're not really. It almost changes automatically.
It takes time. But you know, I just celebrated, I'll say, my 3-year anniversary in May of sobriety, and you know, yesterday was Saturday, and I was just like, wait a minute, today's Saturday? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even think about going out, or, you know, like, it doesn't, and that's just, it's nothing wrong with it. It's just that my weekends
I think it's also
now.
Because we're much older. And our mindsets aren't where they
I
were.
would say that would be unique to the person, but because I have plenty of people that they're still doing the same things. They're older than me, so
I don't have a desire to go out anymore. Like, if it's like a more chill spot around people that I know and it's fun, I like that. But as far as trying to find a random spot to find a vibe at,
to go party,
yeah,
Yeah.
like, it would be dope if there was a location that played like chill music and, you know, the vibe was nice, comfortable, and relaxed. But that's a really hard thing to
You're
find.
just talking about a lounge.
Yeah,
They're
something
very
like,
hard to find.
yeah, they're so hard,
because
man.
everybody wants to be lit. You want to turn up. It's just like, I would go to a lounge where it's just like, man, we're just chilling.
You got a nice ambiance.
Yeah,
You can meet people
the
out.
lights are low. We're moving around. Like, you know, I would do something like that.
That I love. Nice music in the background. Nice honey dips around.
You know what I mean?
Like, man, that's nice.
It's just
Sort of like,
nowadays-
I guess in Florida. Like, Florida vibes. When we were at that one spot that me, you,
Always
and
outside.
yeah,
Yeah.
that little restaurant place, that would have been nice. That'd have been nice. But you said you're on a gluten-free diet now, right?
I'm working.
Working on
so
it.
I pay attention to things. I won't say that I'm on a gluten-free diet, but I'm paying attention, and I'm intentionally trying to working on staying away from gluten, and I have seen benefits from that.
Okay.
So
I'm currently on a fruit diet where I'm just eating and drinking anything fruit.
yeah, that's good, man.
And
How you feeling?
oh man, I feel good.
Yeah.
Like, I literally I'll have one smoothie
Wait a minute, Mel. But what about all the sugar?
that comes from the fruit. That's it, man. It's natural, baby.
Hey, man, it's natural,
Yeah, man.
man. You know
If
what
it's
I'm saying?
if it's natural, ain't nothing you got to worry about,
Be
baby.
all right, man.
It was as natural as I know. I mean, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
could have been tampered with
I found
somehow.
some seeded watermelon yesterday.
I got some seeded oranges.
It's sad that that's a thing. Like,
Right,
hey, I
no,
found some seeded
I
watermelon.
literally posted it on my Instagram, and like, I had somebody, like, 2 people. Remember, one person asked me, like, "Why is this a big deal?" Right, and then, what should I get it? You know, if you don't know, you don't know. And then another person was like, "Where did you get that? I need to go get it right now."
Right.
And so I told them, but it's just like you can't find it. It's to the point where you don't even know.
Do those guys that be selling watermelon on the corner, are those seeded?
Nope. Oh no, they're not. They funny thing is, they are. He told me because I was like, yeah, I'm actually, you know, I'm gonna go see if Tom Thumb or whatever got them a little cheaper up there. He was like, honestly, man, he said, I mean, sometimes we get our stuff from there. They'll just go buy it, and then they sell it more expensive on the corner. But because they look like farmers, because you know what I mean, you think that they're growing it, they're not.
They hustling.
They're basically selling bottles of water to the.
Right.
That's
I went
crazy.
and got watermelon from them, and then said, "Oh, you know what? I need to go to the grocery store because I need something else." Turned around, went to the grocery store, and the watermelons were $3 cheaper at the grocery store. Like, bro, you guys are supposed to be like the farmers. I'm supposed to be buying it wholesale direct, and no, he buys it and then he turns around and sells it, but they repackage them to make it look like they are, you know, like they're selling it fresh. So no.
Wow, bro, this whole world is
It's crazy.
It's everything's fake.
I stopped going to him after that.
We live in the game, the movie, Mel.
Yeah, what was that movie called? was trying to remember.
Free Guy or something like that.
Oh yeah, with Ryan Reynolds.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, especially for open-minded
Oh yeah,
thinkers.
yeah. It's like
Yeah, that
it's
movie's
like
really
this
good.
is like the second coming of Matrix. Not to compare the two because they're nothing alike, but
That movie was pretty dope. I thought it was. I feel a sneeze coming. It ain't coming.
Okay.
Yeah. You know another, I guess, semi-controversial thing that happened on Juneteenth is that, I guess, Walmart, they had ice cream
oh yeah,
to
yeah. I heard
celebrate
about that.
Juneteenth.
What'd they do?
And, like, I guess,
With it all chocolate? Chocolate only.
I don't know if it was all chocolate because I didn't go deep into it, but apparently it became a thing, and then they had it removed.
What happened was
Did they put
there was a
label?
smaller brand, I believe, a black-owned brand that either wanted to get into Walmart or had marketed their ice cream bars for Juneteenth, and Walmart either rejected them or just simply stole their idea. It was something. It was something like that.
Okay.
But you actually know who owns Juneteenth?
Please tell us, Mel.
Walmart.
So let me get this
How
straight.
did they, wow.
They have that name is trademark or
Stop
copywritten
it.
under them.
Stop it.
They own it.
So basically, the black-owned company was the one, because Walmart could have sued them for that.
Like as soon as this became a thing, that's what these billion-dollar companies do. Like, oh yeah, trademark that, make that
So
that
now
my
you
thing.
have to, in order for you to sell something, you gotta pay a fee to use it.
It's under what great value or whatever, which
Yeah,
is
that's Walmart.
even good stuff. But yeah, that's owned
Well, it didn't say it was
Juneteenth.
good. That's great value.
Juneteenth, with people like, yes, we're standing up for Juneteenth. Let's celebrate this.
You're promoting Walmart.
You're literally just promoting something
Yo,
that's
that's
owned
genius.
by a billion-dollar company.
This is the thing. These dudes, they're on a different level. This
Yeah.
is why, like, we're arguing about petty stuff and relationships. We can't even get our relationships together, and these dudes are trademarking Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Like
they're
on a
way
completely
ahead
different
of the
level.
game.
Bruh.
Which is it's genius. It's like evil genius, you know, in a sense, because
I ain't mad at them.
it's like an
I'm not either.
emotional.
It is looking at the game and recognizing and saying, okay, this is good.
Yep.
Like, I mean, don't get all emotionally all tied up into it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is good.
And that's why I don't. Why are people posting and celebrating Juneteenth? Like, because when we were growing up,
nothing from over on this part.
it's never been apparent or even on my radar. Because I was
It's new.
yeah.
Well,
it's not new,
not
but
new.
It's recognized as an actual holiday now. That is new.
yeah. I'm just like, yo, like when did this just become the thing?
Yeah.
What's the actual term? Like
Is it
the
federal? Is it a
emancipation.
federal holiday?
I don't
I
know.
don't think it's a federal.
No,
one.
I
The
think it
Emancipation
is.
Proclamation?
No, I think
Is
it's
that what it was?
I think it's a day off work.
You
It
don't
was the
deal.
day
I
that
don't
the
think it
slaves
is,
were.
because it's Sunday.
No, it'll be recognized tomorrow.
People at my job works,
I'm telling you. Okay, let's look.
and I work for a corporate company.
Okay, I guess we'll find out here in a second. Google's got all
Is
the
Juneteenth a federal holiday? Yes.
But do you get paid for it? Because
Yeah, because every company can choose what holidays they pay for.
President Joe Biden signed the legislation that made Juneteenth a federal holiday in June 2021. In addition to D.C. and the states where Juneteenth is an official holiday, other states given certain workers the day off, but haven't declared the day a legal holiday. So some people will get off, some people won't.
But I mean,
it is officially a federal
In
holiday.
2021.
Last year. So my thing is that understanding, right? Like last week you talked about the term black, and we talked about Joe Biden, and we didn't talk about Biden, but understanding that they're really not for our community. Then it was like, well, why did he now make it a federal holiday? And I think that it was done to just quiet the people down. Because the whole, like the whole Floyd situation.
George.
What did I say?
George Floyd.
Oh,
Floyd.
sorry.
Yeah.
It was really to kind of quiet the people down. But then, as you stated, then even the term now is owned by Walmart. Like, do you think these people didn't know that this was about to be a thing?
Right.
They knew ahead of time.
They orchestrated it.
Like, so it's just like, well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, bro, we don't care. If you guys want to feel like you were given something, we'll give it to you. Just quiet down.
Is there any holidays out there, aside from like a personal feeling, that you feel like, okay, this is acceptable to celebrate?
No.
I mean, I don't.
Like Christmas, Valentine. Well, we already know how he feel about Valentine's Day. New Year's,
I mean,
Christmas,
Sweetest Day.
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
I think-
Sweetest Day is only some Cincinnati shit. Because they don't do that out here.
I think they
I'm
do it
glad.
other
I am
places.
so glad.
I do.
I am so
It's
glad.
just more money out of our.
I am so glad they don't celebrate Sweetest Day out here.
I like certain holidays because I enjoy giving gifts to people. That's a Steven thing. But I do that in general. Like, I just recently sent somebody a candle. And I bought a candle, and they have this new thing where they do blends. So they take two different blends and they mix them together. And I was like, this smells really good. I know this person would like this as well. So I sent her a candle. You know what I mean? Like, so I enjoy giving gifts. I don't wait till holidays to do it. It's just me.
So if it was a candle holiday, would you celebrate that?
Yes. Yes. I mean, they're all. I mean, but a lot of them.
So
are
you're
Hallmark
biased
anyway.
towards the things that you.
I mean, I'm not biased. I enjoy. No. It's I enjoy giving gifts anyway.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like
You ever been to a candle lighting?
no. Like for when someone dies.
Is
In the
that
hood?
typically not that?
In the
Do they light
hood.
candles?
They don't like
do that
candles
now.
in the
What do you
hood.
mean
They
then?
pour out drinks in the hood. What are you
I mean,
talking
nah,
about?
someone
That's
dies-
in some. You've been
What are
living
you
in
talking
suburbia
about?
too
Nah, if
long.
Someone dies on the corner and they'll go and they'll put candles all
That's a
over the
vigil.
place, and they'll put.
That's not a candle. That's.
I don't
that's
know
a
what
vigil.
you mean.
Oh, I don't
What's a
know.
candle lighting?
That's like an Asian
I was just
tradition,
thinking of
isn't
like,
it?
remember we was at Tyler's house
And they lit
Oh,
those
you mean?
little
Oh,
kites.
you mean when we did the lanterns?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
and
Yo,
the
that's dope. The only thing is, it's like you got 100 people on the beach lighting these things.
Oh, you know that became illegal, I think, in Florida.
Right, it makes sense. It's just like all of
Because
this
those
trash.
balloons, it's just trash.
There's all this trash. It's not
Another
biodegradable.
DeSantis thing.
How-
He said, hey man, we're not doing this.
However, in the traditional culture, I bet you it's organic material and it's fine.
possibly.
Well, I think that with the lanterns, I think that they actually burn up.
Right.
Like something happens, I think they burn up or something.
I think so too, to a degree.
But they go up high, so they should go to outer space, right?
You on one.
That's where they should go,
No,
right?
they'll hit the dome before they make it.
Oh, okay.
So I think that there's something that happens, but the whole thing with balloons and stuff, at least in Florida, can't do it no more.
No balloons.
I mean,
in
think about
Florida.
it. It's 100 balloons. They gotta go somewhere.
It's trash.
It's trash.
What about when people shoot bullets or guns? Bow, 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 bow. What are bullets coming down at?
I mean, they have to come down somewhere.
Apparently, they fall at a rate that wouldn't be lethal.
I mean,
Because they a bullet needs to fly true. If it's flopping like this, it loses.
Okay, correct. So but it's still gonna have free fall. So
Right,
a
it can hurt
a
you.
penny drop from the Empire State Building can still.
I think that's a myth.
Well, and I'm not saying it'll kill somebody. It will cause massive damage.
It'll hurt them, but it's
Yeah, because here's the
because
thing,
you
like-
gotta think it's flipping.
Yeah, so there's
can't-
wind and all,
yeah.
stuff is happening, but it's still going. It can hurt you.
What if it's a stone?
It would hurt, but it's not gonna.
I mean, the odds of of that hitting somebody are probably.
Hey,
so
I be
small.
seeing a lot of videos on the internet, man.
Of random bullets hitting people.
Not bullets, but just objects.
Random bullet just hit. Just get hit by.
Could it
Like,
happen?
first off,
Yeah,
how
but
you
I mean,
videotaping it?
It's it's so minuscule because by the time the bullet goes up, it leaves, and now it's spinning, and an actual bullet it's very small. The actual bullet is very small.
Yeah.
the odds are so low.
And also bullets. I mean, just regular bullets. You shooting from a pistol. They very readily lose their ability to kill. It doesn't take much for it to, you know what I'm saying, to the point where,
Even a headshot.
Right, because your skull is so freaking hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like we're made out of paper. So, it's just one of them things. I don't know, to be honest, but I'm sure it would hurt someone, but I don't think, if it killed somebody, it would just have to be a freak accident.
Yeah.
Like,
Lightning probably kills more people.
Lightning?
Yeah.
I used to think that if I got struck by lightning,
You would get powers. Static shock, yeah.
I was just like, maybe something will happen and I'll just be able to read someone's mind or something,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it was from static shock, but I think I was reading some story because one of my friends, he was telling me that before lightning strikes you, like the hair on your body would raise, and so ever since then I'm just like,
You just be waiting.
like I'm about to get some.
Spill my drink,
I'm about to get some powers, cuz. That's from watching anime, man.
Too much anime, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would literally just slowly cook you from the inside out, and
Yeah.
But like you could survive it because
People survive
what
lightning strikes.
what people don't understand about electricity
It's
is
gotta be grounded.
It's very interesting because they're grounded.
Well, if you can survive if you're like grounded.
Yeah, of course. But like a lightning bolt has a ton of voltage. I don't know how many gigawatts of voltage, right? But
Gigawatts?
Is it gigawatt? No, from Back to the Future. Is it gigawatts or gigawatt?
I'm pretty sure the actual term, you're the electrician, is gigawatts.
I've never seen the
No,
movie.
I'm talking about Back to the Future.
Oh,
I thought anyway. The point is, there's no amperage. The amps is what kills people. It's the amps. There's no amp. It's the voltage is so freaking high. There's no amperage. So in order to increase amperage, you decrease voltage.
What is amperage?
They're kind of hard concepts to understand, but it's like the amperage is what does the work. The voltage is almost like how it travels. It's like
Can you physically see amperage, or is it a weight of measurement?
Is it like basically saying the intensity of something? Like you can have
That's-
light, but then the intensity of the light, like man, that's a bright light, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like you have wattage, so 60 watts, but if you put some amps behind it, you juice it up. Now it's really bright. Is that basically the concept?
Yeah, I mean, if you put more amps to something that it wasn't rated for, yeah, it would juice it up. It would make it perform above its standard, but eventually it would burn it out.
It's like steroids.
So like music,
Yeah,
if
I guess
you have music and you have it played at a certain frequency, right? The frequency, but then the volume of it is like the amperage. Like it's the intensity of it.
I mean, if you're talking about amps and frequency, amps, you have
I'm trying to make the concept make sense.
you have
to me.
you have an amp, and it 200-watt amp.
It boosts.
Yeah, so you're giving it more power, and that boosts the sound. But
The frequency is still the same.
yeah, I don't know if these concepts really make sense with the voltage though, because voltage, you could travel very long distances with voltage. You know what I mean? But then when they get to like the nodes and stuff outside the home, they'll use a transformer to take that high voltage. It'll reduce the voltage down, which increases the amperage so that you can apply it to a camera, to a TV or something. It increases the signal. Or I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain.
That makes sense because like with generators and stuff. So detailing. So generators, you have only so much you can put on the generator, and it all puts out like 9 volts. It's all 9 volts, but it only puts out so many amps. So if you have
Right.
a vacuum that takes 12 amps, and then you have a pressure washer that takes 20 amps, it only can take so much, and then the generator will stop working.
Right.
So,
So
it's
that's
like the power behind it, but the voltage is like I think I understand, but I think that it makes sense to me.
Continue.
Mel said. Mel said, "I'm dazed and confused."
Well,
Continue whatever you.
It's a what was I talking about?
now took off.
No, you were talking about electric and getting electrocuted.
No, I was just saying that
about
I was
lightning.
just saying that
It's not
people
the voltage that kills you in the lightning. It's the amperage.
no, just in general, it's not voltage that kills you. It's the amperage. So you think about 1,000 volts, and you're like, 1,000 volts, but it's really the amperage.
Interesting.
So they're two different things.
So if a thunderstorm can have ratings, right? I believe there's ratings in thunderstorms. Like all lightning is not the same.
I would imagine that it's not.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist.
I'm guessing. I'm just saying. I'm saying like, ooh, like that certain lightning where it's like, yo, this going crazy outside. I don't think it's simply just distance.
See
It's
Chris
just
on the
it's just
news.
levels of intensity. So maybe that lightning is putting out more amps, but the voltage. I'm saying I don't know.
The other interesting thing, you're loud enough, trust me.
the
The
amperage.
other interesting
Right on the
thing,
amperage.
the other interesting thing about it is, a lot of people think that electricity travels through water and it doesn't. So
Travels through water. I thought they said it conducts electricity.
Your whole face is
What would
on
that-
your
what
mic.
would that mean
literally?
to
They
you?
said water conducts electricity.
and so what does conducting mean?
It controls it, makes it more.
It's No, that's the wrong kind of conducting. It travels through it. It's like a conduit. It's like
said
It's
using
like
all
a
these
path.
Mel said using all these words.
So you can get.
Conduit, conduct, control.
But then
Condensation.
why do they say water conducts electricity then?
because
Or is
it's
it just misguiding?
I don't know why they say it or how this got lost, but it's the material in the water that conducts electricity.
The material in the water.
Right. So, for example, our water has like heavy metals and all kinds of things that would conduct electricity, and the electricity is being conducted through those things. And like the thing is, electricity will arc. So it doesn't need to be a solid piece. It will arc. It can jump. So as long as you have enough particulates in there, it'll just travel through the particulates, and it's always looking for the path of least resistance to ground. So has a very straightforward thinking. It literally, that's all it does. Whatever that has the least resistance is going that way, and it knows it instantly, which is interesting.
Sounds like it's very intelligent.
It's extremely intelligent, but it's light,
Light.
though. Like it's
interesting.
and it's like
What you mean darkness is intelligent?
So with so what you're essentially if you use distilled water, it will not conduct electricity.
I think you've lost Mal at this
Oh,
point.
he's completely gone. He's
I think you've
flatlined.
lost him.
Why?
He's flatlined because I literally just watch your head drift, like
Well, that train's never late.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, do y'all have anything else y'all want to add to the Juneteenth and Father's Day?
Is this the
combo?
Juneteenth Father's Day podcast? I guess so, huh?
I mean,
I guess.
look. At the end of the day, I'm not just like the last time we talked. I'm holidays. I don't care any of them.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in any of them. I think that we're not connected to our ancestors as much as we should be to even know, should we even be celebrating this holiday? Like, who gave you the information about Juneteenth? Was it your great grandma, or was it some history book? Like, where did you get this knowledge? Like, and even still, when you talk to your ancestors about it, where did they get it from? Was it from their classwork because they was in school too, or was it passed down? Like if I'm not there, or if I don't have a trusted, valued source to get information from, I'm skeptical. People are like, you got to be there. No. But when you're getting it from a source that's known to lie to you all the time about everything, why do you trust it about anything?
That's like going to Bayer and asking them for some medicine and expect it to be good for you. Like Monsanto.
Or going to McDonald's and expecting them to have good,
Healthy
healthy food.
Right. Like, well, McDonald's said if I eat their salads every day, I'll be healthy. Okay.
yeah, it's just,
They're just doing what a company.
Why is it that it's okay to believe them on some things and other things we know they BSing? Why is that a thing?
Yeah, it's like it's a natural split, but we believe the split, and we don't even challenge the BS.
We don't challenge it. Like when you look at like the idea of reparations, and you look at how the Asian community was able to get all this legislation passed like
Instantly.
overnight, And you look at our quote unquote struggle and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you think, oh, we can't get anything done because we're not unified. It's so much more than that. Because we're a much bigger minority than those communities. So even if just half of us or a quarter of us got together, we should be able to get some stuff done. So much bigger than that. That's what I was talking about last week. You can't identify yourself as black and get anything done in a court of law because you're not recognized under a court of law. Like, if people don't know that, and people don't, they think, well, Chris, that's silly. That's silly. I'm a human being. It doesn't matter. That's not how the judicial system works. If you don't know how it works, then yeah, you're gonna think it's because it is. We all know we're all people, but this is a court of law. It's a game. You can't make up your own rules. You gotta live within the constraints of the game. Period. You're not allowed to make up your own rules. We don't have the power to make up our own rules. So it's annoying to me when people think I'm crazy or what I'm saying is stupid. And it's like, you don't even know what you're talking about, at all, on any level. You're so confused and you're so disconnected from nature. You can't even tell that what you believe or even what I'm saying, resonates differently. Because it's fine. You don't know. Ignorance, there's nothing wrong with that. We're all ignorant of something. But when somebody says something to you, it doesn't even trigger you to be like,
There's an alarm.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense that black people haven't been able to pass anything for their benefit. It doesn't make sense if the history we've been told as far as, them owing us land and all this.
What you mean? We got Juneteenth. We got that passed. What you talking about?
Bro, we got Juneteenth.
It's a federal holiday.
We got Black History Month.
What you mean? We got that passed?
So you're gonna Morgan Freeman said you're gonna relegate my history to a month.
Yeah.
And we're happy about this stuff. Bro. It's not even crumbs. It's worthless.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't do anything for our community. Juneteenth is not doing anything for our community. It's a
holiday that's federal.
that everybody gets benefit from.
Everyone gets off. People get off work.
Everybody's getting off.
It's
It's not like, because you're a descendant from this culture, you get this extra 8 hours
Asian
of paid
litigation. It directly affected Asians.
So we get things that are packaged with other minorities or other communities all the time. But as far as getting anything that's going to make any great impact on our economic floor, never. And you don't even have to take my word for it. Just look at the community as a whole.
Yeah.
We're making no progress. We still have 1% of the wealth. It's ridiculous. And then they say stuff like that, 1% of the wealth. You think, we don't got no money. No, we have money. We don't have any wealth. And there's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. So when they talk about 1% of wealth, they're not talking about buying power. You know what I mean?
Oh, we got buying power.
Oh, we got buying power. But if we turn that buying power into wealth, then we would increase that 1% tremendously. But we just want to buy and consume.
And we need Jordans, man. We need icebox jewelry. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go see Jacob the jeweler. We need shoes. We need Gucci and Prada. You know, Gucci is one of the most wealthiest companies in the world.
No, I thought it was Apple.
I said one of. You know,
Louboutin.
you know what I'm saying? These people literally they have so much money. They're a family. They have so much money.
They had a movie with Lady Gaga that came out, which was okay, but they were talking about the Gucci family.
Yeah, they have so much money. Bro, why y'all? I don't know.
And
man.
yet FUBU is dead. And it's just like
For us, by us.
it's like,
Champions coming back. Champions not us though.
Well, this is and the Jewish family bought FUBU. It's this is ignorant, bro. All of this is annoying to me. That's why I just do me. I keep my head down. I'm working. We building our brand. We doing our thing. Same way Nick Cannon is. That's why I like Nick Cannon. He knows all this stuff. Yeah. That's why he got in trouble in the first place.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want somebody with a voice like that spreading that kind of information. So it's just...
It's like people like him, they're the outliers of everything that we absolutely need.
But they're looking at Cannon, call him corny.
Well, that's just the general public. But people who know because... I feel like that narrative, it's smaller than his overall doing.
I think it's backwards.
I would agree with that. I think that it's probably bigger than what you think, Mel, because we have a completely different perspective on him. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Take all of Nick Cannon's money and accolades away. He's a cornball in our community.
In what way? Why would
It's the same way that people would look at me and be like, "Man, you don't really have much swag. Like, you just, you don't have, you don't have edge."
It'll be. I can see that, but it'll be hard for me to understand that because I don't think like.
No, you don't. But this is what we were talking about a couple podcasts ago. You don't think like normal people, so for you to say that most people probably look at him kind of like the way we do. No, they don't.
No, I'm not saying, because I mean, obviously I know people, the narrative is that he is a cornball, like it's brought up, but I feel as if that narrative isn't, like I just don't see it.
You're saying
I just don't see what he's
minority
doing.
and
like he owns Wildin' Out. He puts everyone else on Wildin' Out. Absolutely everyone. Cat Williams, Kevin Hart, all these big comedians. So I personally, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I just don't see that as a cornball.
It's just, that's your perspective.
Right, because
it's how we all see him, but
right.
It's not about what we see. It's the majority.
It's the majority.
They don't people are ignorant. Like, people are really and not ignorant as in they're ignorant. They just don't know, and they don't choose to know. They don't care. They just, Nick Cannon's not out here flossing. He's not flaunting his money. When was the last time you seen Nick Cannon with a bunch of jewelry on, other than on Wild 'N Out, where they're being a certain way, but they're not. He's not in the news. He's not. I mean,
as a matter of fact, Nick Cannon on this recent interview, he was talking about how before Drumline dropped, he couldn't buy a girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to chase Leah and all these girls and everything, and then as soon as Drumline dropped, it was a whole different game, because now he's a leading man. He's the same dude. Because in order to get to that spot, to be the leading man, you got to be you. It's not like after you become a leading man, now all of a sudden you're Nick Cannon now. Like, he was always Nick Cannon, but they didn't see him before, And that's how it is. And that's what Mike Jones was. Mike Jones?
Mike Jones.
who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Right? Was it Mike Jones or was it
What do you say Mike Jones for?
Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me.
Yeah,
It's Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's literally the same thing. It's literally Why is that, like, why did he make that statement? Because it's true. It's 100% true.
Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. I said, yeah.
It's true. It's always been. I'm not always been that way, but in hip hop, since hip hop has been a thing, that's what it's been. If you don't have that edge,
if you ain't got these guns,
because you got to think, if you go back before, and I'm not saying hip hop did this, but I'm just saying like time frame. If you go back before, a dude who was intelligent and had a good head on his shoulders and had a good job or a business, like, that was the dude.
he's an Uncle Tom.
Right.
Now he's an Uncle Tom, but 50 years ago that was the dude, and everybody knew that was the dude. Everybody wanted to be like him. How did that get flipped on his head? It doesn't even make sense. And this is the type of stuff that frustrates me, not because I'm that dude, because I'm gonna still do me regardless. If y'all think I'm corny or whatever, it doesn't matter to me, because y'all will be the same ones.
Do you think you're corny?
No,
That's all that matters.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, they'll be the same ones that when I get to a certain level of visibility.
I know this.
Oh,
This is my dude. We used to
you-
go to
you
school.
show me,
Remember y'all? We was at the
you show me,
fries.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Drop the onion rings. That was us. You used to get the French fries and the M&Ms. You know what I mean? Nah, man. I don't know, man. But Nick Cannon is a great guy, and I'm gonna speak it into fruition that we're gonna work together.
Hey.
We're gonna, you know what I mean? I'm a DM every day. Be like, check out our podcast, the application of knowledge.
Hey, Nick, come through, bro.
Come
Come
through.
through and chill on the podcast.
Come through, Nick.
If you got time to go to Joe Budden,
Yeah. I'd love to see Nick on Joe Rogan. I would love to see Godfrey on Joe Rogan. I think that would be really good.
it's actually weird. Godfrey hasn't been on Rogan.
Did you see the interview that he did with I think Godfrey, he was on The Breakfast Club or he was on no, he was on Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz, and he was just talking about how he got because he's so funny. I think he's like one of the most funniest people ever, but he got, I guess in a sense, blackballed kind of, or he auditioned for Saturday Night Live, and his audition was so good, but they chose not to go for him because they didn't want to have to deal with another Eddie Murphy situation, because like he killed it. Everyone was just in tears laughing, and they told him like, nah, you're way too, like, you would become the star of the show, like, if you do this, So that's why he's not on anyone's radar. But now he's starting to bubble a little bit, which I'm so happy for.
I thought Vlad was when he started to bubble. Because that's how he got his podcast and everything.
Possibly. I mean, that could have been like the starting ground. But now he's like in all these other different locations, and he has his own podcast. He's on he's on Brilliant Idiots with Andrew Schultz on his podcast, and he's featuring on all these other big artist podcasts. And the message that he always speaks out there, it's always so raw. And he was on a Breakfast Club recently, so once you get on the Breakfast Club, them doors start. Opening.
Yeah, the visibility is crazy.
And he's on Wild 'N Out, and Nick Cannon is helping him out. So I'm just like, man, this is so dope, man. But yeah, I love to see all of them get their shine, because the rhetoric that they're speaking it's perfect, But okay, we'll wrap with this episode. And y'all got anything y'all would like to plug? Anything that you all would like anyone to be aware of? All right.
Hey man, go ahead over to Instagram at Stephen Michael Wellness. I'm going to be doing a giveaway starting later today. Well, by the time y'all see this, it'll still be happening. But you'll have until Friday to enter. So I'm doing a little giveaway, giving away some health products. So Stephen Michael Wellness.
Alrighty, and with that, we will see you beautiful people next time. You all enjoy your life.
Oh God.
What's wrong with enjoying your life?
Have a great day.